Alright, welcome back everybody. So today is going to be a little bit of a different type of video. It's not a gameplay video, it's just a video testing, again, PlayStation 5 capabilities and also testing the Blue Yeti mic on the PlayStation 5. So before I was just using the controller, the mic, and that controller mic sucks garbage. It sounds like a pilot radio. So what we're going to be doing in this video is pretty simple but still pretty cool. Is we're going to check out every single Warframe that you can purchase. So if you are a Warframe fan and you have a PlayStation 5, do give it a check out. So the first Warframe we'll check out is Ember. So you can customize the Warframes to look as you want them with the paint jobs. So I am recording this on the PlayStation 5 4K at 60 frames per second, hopefully. And if it's not 60 frames per second, I'm sure you guys will call me out on it. So on the bottom right, you see the stats for the Warframe. So this is your pretty standard Warframe. And then we have the Loki Warframe, which is the one that I started playing with years ago when the game came out, but I have not been playing it for a long time. So that emblem on the back is an unlockable. So I still think Loki looks pretty freaking cool. And then the next Warframe, I just purchased this Warframe recently for 325 platinum. I think it's platinum what they use. So I thought he looked really freaking cool. So I figured I had the 500, so might as well make a purchase. So I do like the hot flame coming out of his Warframe. So that's the Revenant. Now we're going to check out the Banshee. So the Banshee is a kind of interesting looking. Definitely has a unique silhouette for the Warframe. So she is another standard type of Warframe. Now Atlas looks a lot different than he does in his avatar. In the avatar he looked really cool, and then I clicked on it to see what he was going to look like. So he is a tank kind of a character, as you can tell by his almond shape. If it wasn't for the traps, he would look a lot more, a lot cooler. Now we move over to Ash. So Ash has a cool look, simple, minimalistic, but a cool look nonetheless. He reminds me of the armor for Dead Space. If you guys play the Dead Space series, we do have a new Dead Space coming out, so that's gonna be freaking crazy. So I like the smoke coming out of his armor. And now we're going to move down to Barak. So Barak is another cool looking character. A distinct silhouette for the Warframe. So unfortunately with the mic, it seems that it's recording with one channel, but from what I've tested, it was pretty freaking decent. So we have Ash. Now we're going to move to Chroma. Now, Chroma is one of the more impressive looking Warframes. Look at that. So, when and if I do buy this Warframe, Chroma, I will definitely be giving more of a crimson red paint job as opposed to the I don't know, the red that he's currently using, more burgundy, Tom Burgundy, and that's news to me. So really cool Warframe. You could tell he's a power Warframe. Just look at his stature and then his stats on the bottom right. Now we're gonna check out Equinox, another distinct Warframe. So as you could tell, the cooler the Warframes look, the more expensive they are. Now this one is a more acquired taste, but I would still purchase this Warframe. So you guys don't actually have to purchase anything in the game. The game gives you enough to build on. Many people never even purchased anything while they've played the game. It's very fair and balanced, free-to-play type of game. I more bought things in the game just to reward the developers because they did put blood and soul into their blood and sweat into this game. And if you've ever experienced Warframe, you know you're playing a good quality free-to-play game. It's not freemium. It is completely free to play, but you just want to reward the developers with your cash by buying stuff afterwards. So the Gara Warframe reminds me of Shredder, like a female Shredder. Yeah, there's quite a few female Warframes. No sexism. So they won't get attacked by a Nidis or Kizian. Alright, now moving over to Frost. Now Frost, you gotta admit, hella cool looking Warframe. Kinda like a Rhino build. Then on the arm mounts, you can see he has some frost shooting out there. It looks like he has some eyes on his back. Yeah, definitely another Warframe that I would definitely purchase. So he's got high armor, but everything else is significantly lower. Then we have Excalibur. I think he's one of the default Warframes. So he's got some toe socks going, as you could see. The tabby boots. I love tabby boots. So it kind of looks like he has a dragon on his chest. And then the blue dots there look like the eyeballs of the dragon. So that's Excalibur. So he's a medium build Warframe. Now we're gonna move to Garuda. So Garuda, again, another distinct looking Warframe. Check out those claws on her forearms. She could definitely do a lot of damage with that. So that is Garuda. A high armor Warframe. Now moving over to Gauss. Gauss, I don't know, Gauss to me, he's a bit hit or miss. Over here he looks pretty interesting, but then when you turn him aside, less appealing, but his shoulder mounts do have a pretty damn cool effect. but ultimately would not be a Warframe that I would purchase. So he's not my least liked Warframe. This guy is. The less said about this Warframe, the better. The helmet is decent, but everything else, yeah, exactly. Just slouch over and that's where you are. A great big old fat ass Warframe. So it's just a big clump of armor, like. Even if it was free, I would not download this Warframe. So moving down to another awesome looking Warframe, Hydroid. You might like this guy, you might not like this guy's look, but he is another unique looking Warframe. The legs are a bit much, but look at that helmet. Now that's a helmet that only a mother could love. Now we have the Hildren. So this guy's pretty cool looking if you like scarab beetle type of builds. So I would definitely purchase this Warframe. Got a good armor rating, got good shields. Energy is 0, but so he's got 3 toes. So that is the Hildren, so another Warframe that I would purchase. Now we move over to Harrow, and he is quite harrowing to look at. They should have made the default red instead of purple, because that takes away from his intimidation. So a lot of dark vibes coming out from this guy. So quite a few distinct looking Warframes. So now we're going to move down to Inneros. So this guy's kind of goofy looking. Very insectoid-like. There's another insecty looking Warframe coming up soon. So if he was more green than he is beige, it would have sold more the look of like a praying mantis kind of Warframe. But if you look closely at the helmet, it could also remind you of a seahorse. So a cool looking Warframe right there. Now we're moving over to Evara. So this one is cool. I do like Evara. I am planning on making this this purchase. So very organic, very natural nature. Kind of looks like he's got a mushroom head, whereas the Hodge twins would say the mushroom tip. Yeah. So yeah, I'm planning on making the purchase of the Evara Warframe. She is really cool looking. Now moving down to Korra. So Korra is there's so the more I look at the Warframes, the more I like each Warframe. So this one is more is another kind of insect inspired Warframe. Kind of looks like an ant. No? Do you see the ant? And I don't mean your Aunt Mary. Yeah, so definitely another Warframe that I will be purchasing. So that is Korra. Now, is it me or does she have a nice big booty? Not that type of video, guys. Not that type of video. Get your minds out of the gutter. And she actually has a bigger rack than the other female Warframes. Very nice. Alright, so moving on to Mesa. Trust me, it takes a lot longer for the Warframes to load on a standard PS4. Not as fast. Yeah, the PS4 standard is a lot slower than the PS4 Pro, but most of these Warframes, as you can see, have zero loading time. So this Warframe I do like quite a bit because it reminds me of Evangelion, one of the few anime movies, TV shows that I do actually watch and do actually like. I would definitely give this one the paint over of one of the Evas. So that is Mesa. Mesa in Greek means inside. Inside. Yeah. Alright, now moving on to Mag. Now, Mag is simplistic to the core, but where they focus and made it look distinct is in her arm blades and her helmet. You can't say that is not a cool looking helmet. And what the hell is up with that butt? It's just like straight, like there's nothing. Hips, but no butt. How does that work? So she's got those tally-like feet from Mass Effect. I can't wait for the next Mass Effect. It's going to be awesome. So that is a look over at Mag, one of the most basic, simple-looking Warframes. And then moving on to the complete opposite, Limbo. Bet you didn't expect him to look like that, judging by the avatar, huh? Yeah, this guy is as unappealing as the big fat one before. Some parts of him are cool, but as a whole, as a representation, he just looks like a big pile of awkward. So, with that being said, moving to Mirage. So Mirage is really, really freaking cool. I do like her quite a bit. I'm liking the female Warframes a lot more than I like the majority of the male Warframes. But she's got a saggy booty. Look at that sad, saggy booty. Wah, wah, wah. But she's got the boobs to compensate. But she is still, regardless, a very, very distinct looking Warframe, and one that I would most likely purchase. Now moving on to Necros. So Necros I like but dislike at the same time. So let's have a look over. So a very dark inspired Warframe, hence the name Necros, Necrosis, Necronomicon. So what kills me about this guy is he's got slender legs, slender arms, slender waist, helmet, waist, but then he's got a very, very big chest and very broad shoulders, which throws off the build of this character. If he was taller and more narrower in the chest shoulder area, he would have looked so much cooler. Now moving over to Neza. So Neza's cute. So it's a male Warframe. This one is a maybe purchase, but definitely he does look pretty cool. It's just all those circles that throw me off. So we're almost down the list. So So now moving over to Nyx. So Nyx, for the price, is too basic looking. It looks like they took the coolest parts of your standard Warframes that are built into the game for free and put them all together. Not the worst look, but nothing really distinct about except for the helmet. Kind of like a Scarab Beetle. So moving on to Nova. Weird. That's the only thing I can think of is weird. Weird. I'd play the character. I'd consider purchasing her. Maybe if they present her in a different paint ensemble. Now moving over to Nidis. I think I skipped this guy before. I don't remember seeing this guy. Whoa, now that's phallic. Look at that. I do have to say, for an evil looking Warframe, yeah, definitely a very cool look, very distinct. You definitely wouldn't want to mess with this guy in a dark alley. So I do like the looks like there's things wrapped around from his back going into his abdomen, so that's kind of cool. Right, so moving on to Oberyn. Kind of reminds me of a dragon. Yeah, I would purchase this one. I would change the paint job for the neon yellow or a green, whatever it undecidedly is, to more of a red. That way it would have like a much more striking, nefarious, evil look to him. So yeah, another definite purchase is Oberyn. Now moving over to Octavia. So Octavia is, especially for the price, very, very cool. Lots of things going on with her. So I would definitely purchase Octavia. I think you would need a couple $100 maybe to unlock everything, but we're not going to unlock everything. So Octavia is another great looking Warframe that is worth a purchase. Protea. Not a bad Warframe, but not really. Maybe it's the paint job they used. Like maybe if they used a more contrasting color than orange to the beige, she might have stuck out a little bit more. The helmet is definitely cool. I do like the Arabian style helmet. Now Titania. So Titania. Gotta purchase. You gotta purchase. You gotta purchase. Look how freaking cool she looks. So much detail, so much things going on over there. Look at that caboose. So the more work that went into the Warframe, the more impressive they are. So Titania is another Warframe that I would purchase. You guys see those notifications on the top right? That's me taking pictures, and we can't get rid of that, unfortunately, unlike the PlayStation 4. So this is going to be another Warframe that I will be purchasing, Titania, and changing the color scheme just a bit. Now moving over to Siren. Siren, Hard to say what I feel about this one. Not hideous, but looks like she's covered in airbags, so she's definitely safe. And she got 2 airbags on her chest as well, from what I can see. For safety, for safety. Alright, so let's move over to Rhino. And then we're almost done. So Rhino he is what he is. Nothing much to say about this, apart from he's got a lot of material to cover his package. FedEx delivers. But apart from that, nothing really appealing about this character. He's just a standard tank. So moving to Trinity. There was an effort. There was an effort. You can definitely say there was an effort. I do like the lobster tail. So if you're a fan of SpongeBob SquarePants, Mr. Krabs, money, 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 give me the money. I would not purchase this one, especially not for this price. Maybe a different color palette would have. That's the word I was looking for before. A color palette would have done her better. So let's move over to Valkyr. So Valkyr, I do really like her head, the helmet. But apart from the helmet and the shoulders, kind of standard. But they did at least give her a cool design for her suit. So let's move down to Vauban. So this guy is my third least favorite Warframe. I don't know, I just don't like this guy. I guess you could say it's cool that his helmet looks like a train. But apart from that, kind of looks like a bulky rejected Dead Space outfit. So now let's check out Wukong. So Wukong, kind of cool, kind of insecty as well. Feet are goofy. Feet are goofy. I'm sure some people like this character, not really my taste. Now moving over to Wisp. Wisp looks like her namesake. She's got no feet, just like PewDiePie, because PewDiePie has no legs. So this is a kind of cool looking Warframe, distinct for sure. Maybe purchase, a maybe purchase. But the color palette does suit the Warframe. So we got 3 more Warframes to go. So now we have Volt. Now with a name like Volt, you would be expecting some sort of a lightning. Oh, there we go. Speaking of the lightning. Hardly present, but he's got a bit of lightning going on his arms. Missed opportunity. Now moving down to the last 2, Zaku. So Zaku is pretty freaking cool. So he looks like a scrap heap kind of Warframe that just put itself together with a bunch of discarded Warframe parts. So I think he's pretty freaking cool looking. Am I assuming his gender? That's a male silhouette. So that's Zaku. And now for the final Warframe. The avatar for this Warframe looks hella crazy. kind of disappointing when you see her. Like, she still looks cool, but I was expecting something different. So you can definitely tell there is a lot of dragon vibes in this Warframe. Definitely really cool. Many of these Warframes would have been sold more if they had different color palettes. The beige and the pastels just kill the look. So that was a look at our Warframes. So those are all the Warframes that you can purchase. So like I said, I purchased the Revenant Warframe, and he's really fun to play with. So hope you guys, I haven't really seen any type of video like this on a Warframe where the YouTuber, the host, just goes over every Warframe that you can purchase. So I hope that this has given you guys a little bit of information. And if you guys do have a PlayStation 5, yes, I know there are few and far in between that do. But if you do have it, definitely check this game out at least once. It's worth the download. And let me know what you think, which Warframes you like the most, which Warframes you like the least. And I don't know, maybe we'll do a little contest. Whichever Warframe gets the most likes, I'll purchase that Warframe next. How about that? So thank you very much, guys, for watching. Leave a comment, leave a like. And if you liked the video, please consider subscribing. There's going to be content coming in like you wouldn't believe. So thank you very much. Giga Vega out. And it is Giga Vega, not Giga Vega.